The grand opening ceremony of the Fifth World Nomad Games is about to start. We have managed access to the VIP tribune where the President of Kazakhstan will be accompanied by the leaders of other countries, and they will be witnessing this amazing opening ceremony from here, from this location. But before that, the President of Kazakhstan, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, will deliver his speech to officially launch the Fifth World Nomad Games today. It's becoming very busy in the VIP zone. Official delegations from the country's participants are being welcomed by the newly appointed Kazakh Minister of Tourism and Sport. We're approaching the head of the World Ethnosport Confederation, Mr. Erdogan, to know his expectations ahead of the Games.
This is a traditional sports event headed by the Turkic world. And it's an important event because it's the largest international sporting event that caters only to the traditional sports and games. After the fourth Nomad Games, we know that Astana is going to be the best event that has been organized so far. And I would like to thank the President Tokayev for his support in organizing these games, the Ministry of Sports of Kazakhstan, and obviously the Kazakh nation is a big fan of traditional sports of Kazakhstan. I'm sure the fans are flocking to the arenas and to watch the games. So I wish the games great success.
Meanwhile, the atmosphere in the stadium arena is getting warmer too. People are anticipating a big start of the major sporting event.
I am so excited. I've heard about this for years, and this is my first time to get to see it live.
One of the guests of the event is a blogger and polyglot from Japan, Yuji Beleza. Who, while traveling the world, speaks to people in their native languages. Yuji shares with us his plans over the next couple of days of his stay in Astana for the World Nomad Games.
I love Kazakhstan so far. Kazakhstan people, first of all, thank you so much for being so kind, hospitable, and so welcoming. It really surprises me and overwhelms me every time I come.
Now the long anticipated moment has approached. There is a countdown on the screen and the grand opening ceremony of the Fifth World Nomad Games has officially started. We're now witnessing the parade of national teams, participants of the Games. The parade consists of the national teams from nearly 90 countries all over the world. This shows the real scale and a growing global interest in traditional sports. In his speech, President Tokayev emphasizes the role of the Games as a tool of promoting the richness and uniqueness of the nomadic culture.
Sport.
Sport is a symbol of mutual respect and solidarity. The main mission of sport is to strengthen the friendship of peoples. Kazakhstan is known to all as a territory of peace and harmony. Different ethnic groups live in mutual understanding in our country. We have established strong ties with countries near and far abroad, and we want other countries to be in good relations with each other. I am confident that the Nomad Games will contribute to strengthening international solidarity.
The spectacular show has a really immersive effect. The viewers dive themselves into the history of nomadic civilization's birth, from the ancient times to the times of formation of Kazakh Khanate. The artists, including world-known Dimash Kudaibergen, perform on the stage. The Fifth World Nomad Games one can rightfully call Central Asian Olympics. Athletes from 89 countries competing in 21 sports for 97 sets of medals have gathered in the Kazakh capital. World Nomad Games is a unique platform which is meant to promote traditional sports inherited in the nomadic lifestyles of people who live in the Eurasian continent. Ubaid Yildiz and Ayesha Mohammed Mayat, athletes from Australia. They won golden medals in traditional archery or sadak atu in Kazakh for the first time in history. They are happy. Sharing emotions with us, Ubaid and Ayesha say that this achievement became possible thanks to their intense training back in Australia.
I think It's very exciting. It's very nerve-wracking. I still feel nervous somehow because it's like first competition that we came to, we managed to win, which was amazing. We didn't expect that, but we did do our best, and I'm very happy we were able to bring the medal home.
Initially, I was very stressed because I was in the opinion that it was a draw, so I was really confused, and I was telling everyone to not celebrate yet. Later on, realizing that we did win, I was excited for like 5-10 seconds, and then I'm known to be very optimistic. For that reason why I was looking forward to the next achievement, so it wasn't a long celebration for me, but I do brag about it from time to time.
How long have you been practicing traditional archery? It's not so, mainstream sports in terms of sporting, but how did you come to this sport and how long have you been in it?
I've been doing archery for 6 years. I was fortunate enough to hit it in the first try, so the first club I went to was the very club I'm in right now, and I was very fortunate. My coaches, my teammates, everyone's been with me along the whole journey. 6 years, I've been looking forward to every week of it.
What about you, Aisha?
I've done archery for 5 years. 1 year was during university, I was doing modern archery, and then I found the club I'm in now, Maidan Archery Club, and I've been here for 4 years. Definitely, I didn't feel the passion for modern archery like I do for traditional archery. I feel like all the culture behind it, all the history, it's really rich, so it's really nice.
These days, Astana has turned into the cultural center for the tourists from all over the world. People are curious about the traditions and lifestyles of the ancient nomads, and they want to see the heritage this civilization left and how it is represented in the modern times. We found and talked to so many people listening to their amazing stories of exploring Kazakhstan. Like, for example, Teresa and Dennis from Munich, whose mission is to travel from Germany to Australia without doing flights. Their blog on social media has attracted thousands of people. Teresa and Dennis say they do it for better understanding of cultures of people residing in different parts of the world.
And that's so beautiful.
We were on the ferry from Azerbaijan to Kazakhstan. We arrived in Aktau with the Caspian Sea ferry, and we already met a Kazakh student, and he's also a sportsman. So that was the first time we heard about, Kazakh wrestling, and he told us a bit about it. So, yeah, from the very beginning, people were very excited about Kazakh sports, about nomad sports, and we were like, okay, then we have to see it. If the World Nomad Games are taking place here, we have to see them.
Yes, Dennis, what is your experience with Teresa so far here in the capital of Kazakhstan?
It's amazing. We spent every second we are here at the World Nomad Games. We didn't want to miss any second. From every side, you have impressions for the eyes, for the ears, for the taste. It's beautiful.
Astana also became a point of attraction for so many content makers and bloggers. Brandon Walker, a 27-year-old traveler from San Francisco, has been on the go for 9 months. He shares his traveling experiences in his personal blog. The young man is fascinated by Central Asia, saying he's lucky enough to witness the World Nomad Games in Astana.
I decided a few months ago it would be really interesting and exciting to come visit Central Asia and visit the stand countries. In the States, we don't know much about these countries at all. No one knows anyone who's been here. So since I was traveling for so long, I figured it'd be exciting and heard about the games when I arrived in Kazakhstan and made arrangements to finish my loop of the region here at the Games. So
now, yes, you mentioned that you had a little knowledge about Central Asia, this part of the world, about Kazakhstan. So what have you known now? I mean, have you gained some new knowledge about this country, people, culture, tradition?
Yes, I think the most surprising part of the region is just how warm everybody is, right? Obviously, people mostly speak their native tongue or Russian, and it's obviously, unfortunately for me, not a ton of English, but even so, people have been so kind and so hospitable and so wonderful and so warm. And it's been really surprising. It's unlike anywhere else in the world, just how warm the people are here. And I don't think people here realize it, because it's not like people here travel, but you guys are so kind, and it's absolutely been lovely.
Tao Tao from China is a blogger with a multi-million audience. She's known for her skills of horse riding, archery, and exclusive nomadic design. We have managed to spend limited time with her, asking her first impressions of the country with a nomadic heritage. I know this is the first time you were in Astana, in the capital of Kazakhstan, and I'm really interested about your first impressions and your first experiences here in the city.
I have seen a lot of different, unique buildings in Astana that truly amazed me. I also tried the Kazakh traditional cuisine and witnessed national costumes, traditions and customs of the Kazakh people when visiting Universe of Nomads Ethno Village and felt extremely happy about it.
You're witnessing the Fifth World Nomad Games that are taking place now in our capital. So what may be the most memorable thing you can share with us about your participation here?
This time, athletes from 89 countries came to take part in the World Nomad Games. Various competitions are remarkable and were held at the highest level. However, my favorite types of the games were horseback riding competitions.
I know that you have a huge audience in China, so what would be your main message for your followers, for your audience in China about Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan is wide open land and the nature is so beautiful and magnificent, and also the people are so hospitable. I will definitely invite my friends to travel to Kazakhstan.
Fifth World Nomad Games, which started so impressively with the opening ceremony September 8th, concluded with a big concert program in the center of the Kazakh capital under the open sky. The honor of hosting the next games in 2 years has now been passed back to the Kyrgyz Republic, the nation who hosted it for the 3 times in a row from 2014 to 2018. This is it. The Fifth World Nomad Games are now finished. Dozens of tourists, athletes and artists have gathered in Astana to explore and to immerse themselves into the nomadic culture. Astana can be proud of itself. The city has become the point of attraction for the modern nomads as the world has witnessed the games with a big interest.